Hi, and welcome to the very first session of a Therapeutic Moment. I'm Stephanie, a marriage and family therapist, and I'm here to show you the techniques and experiences that I give to my clients, but for here on YouTube for free. So make sure that you subscribe and press that notification bell, and you'll be reminded each morning to take some time for your mental health. Maybe you're here because you're experiencing some anxiety, stress, or depression. And goodness knows we're all struggling a little bit right now. Perhaps you're on a wait list to see a therapist, or maybe your problems just aren't quite bad enough for you to need to see a therapist, but you are looking for a little more peace and satisfaction in your life. Or maybe even you're seeing a therapist right now, but you want a little bit more practice and tools each day to help you get better. Wherever you're at, welcome, and let's get started. Today, I'm going to teach you the most fundamental tool that is going to help improve any area of your life. And without it, you're probably going to suffer a lot of confusion, repeated mistakes, and a lot of frustration. This tool is the power of self-observation. And if that sounds a little bit vague and a little bit mystifying, don't worry, I have a very simple formula that I'm going to show you, okay? And here's how it goes. First, you create a scale. Now this scale can be 0 to 10, 1 to 5, 0 to 100. It could be whatever you set it to be. Just make it something that's simple for you to use, that makes sense to you, and keep it consistent. So I have my scale here today. I have a 0 to 10 scale, and you're going to make the high always mean the same thing each time, and the low mean the same thing each time. That's that consistency I was telling you about. So you're going to decide what it is you want to rate. Maybe you're curious about how to reduce your anxiety, or maybe just your overall mood, wondering like the patterns and how things affect your mood. Or maybe you're wanting to study like your anger, wondering like what is it that is getting under your skin, making you so irritable all the time. So whatever it is, you choose your target, okay? And get really curious about it. So I'm going to use my scale here, and I'm just gonna rate anxiety because, well, honestly, before I started making this video, I was a little bit nervous. And so you are going to rate yourself before you do something. So I would say before I did this video, I was probably about at a 6. So 10 here, my highest, means the most anxiety I could ever imagine anyone having, like really irrational thoughts, probably a very strong panic attack, feeling super out of control anxious here on a 10. And 0 is no anxiety at all. Just super calm, relaxed, very peaceful, very chill at a 0. And a 5 is about halfway in between, where I'm feeling nervous. Maybe my heart is racing a little bit, my body temperature might be increased just slightly, and that I'm a little bit worried, but still able to function. Maybe other people can't see that I'm anxious, but I could definitely feel it myself. So that's my scale, and I want to keep those numbers meaning the same thing each time. So you decide that first, and then I'm rating myself. And so I said I was at a 6 before I started this video. I was a little bit shaky, nervous about what you might think, and I was there. Then you're gonna do a little experiment. So you're gonna do something. This might be something that you intentionally do, like go for a walk, or maybe you play with your kids, or use a tool like the one I'm going to show you tomorrow that you'll wanna make sure that you see. So maybe you're gonna use a tool that you've learned. And then you're gonna rate yourself again. So my activity, I did this video. So now that I'm starting it, and now that I'm here and I'm talking to you, I would say my anxiety is a little bit down, probably about to a 2. I feel a little excited. I'm having fun here with you, but I'm still feeling a little bit of nerves in my stomach, but I would say it's about at a 2 now that I've gotten going here. So you rate yourself before an event happens, and then you rate yourself after, okay? Sometimes the event, ideally you wanna rate yourself before it, but that doesn't always happen. I didn't rate myself before I started this video, so I just had to go back and imagine, kind of rethink where I was at. Or maybe you get in the habit of rating yourself throughout your day every now and then. And so you can go back to that, marking that point, and find out what that number was before something happened. So you're going to notice, did it go up? Did it go down? Did it stay the same? By how much did it change? You know, did it change 1 point? Did it change a half a point? Did it change 4 points? This is hugely important information. And so you'll want to remember it. Take a mental note, or actually a physical note, maybe jot it into your phone or on a chart that you have, so that you can see what it is that works. And you're not going to do this just once, you're going to repeat it often, because every day is a little different, we're a little different, and there's so many different variables that go into a situation that it's hard to just do it once or twice and think you have something set in stone. So you want to repeat this feedback loop often, and you'll pick up on different patterns, and you'll really gain a lot of good, rich detail and insight into yourself. Now there's Newburn's law, which I love this quote, says that there's people, they can be divided into 3 groups. You can be in those who make things happen, you can be those who watch things happen, or those who wonder what happened. Don't be in that 3rd group of people who wonder back on their life, what happened? So by getting into the habit of using a scale, and you can change the scale, you know, depending on what you're focusing on. Maybe you're focusing on your anxiety for a while and then you focus on something else, that's okay. But use a scale to tell the difference, those subtle differences, and tell where you're at to give you that data that you need. And if you get in the habit of asking yourself, what number am I at? Then I promise you, over time, you will become an expert on your own life, and your efforts will become increasingly more effective. Won't that be nice? To know that you can do something that can make your problem less severe, or to improve a situation. It's super, super powerful. So I'm excited for you to have this tool. Go ahead and practice it today throughout your day, because we're going to be using it actually often throughout this week. Because this is, like I said, this is fundamental. You need to be able to have information on yourself, okay? So go get them, and I'll see you tomorrow.